We're live. Hello, everyone. Hello. As you're joining, please say hello to me. My name is Dion Johnson. I'm the founder of Woman Leader Global, and I help women in senior leadership in the public and the third sector to be more influential and to grow through and rise above all the challenges, to be more influential in their role as women in senior leadership. So welcome to 1 o'clock live. I go live every Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday at 1 o'clock London time. So I'm delighted that you're watching. If you're watching on the replay, go ahead and put in the box #replay, and any comments that you have I'll catch up on later on, and we can have a conversation even though you're watching on the replay. All right. As you're joining live, welcome. Come on in, say hi, and let me know where you're watching from in the world. I am developing a global community of brilliant senior leading women, and it excites me, frankly. It excites me when I see where you're watching from in the world. So go ahead and say hi to me in the box. Let me know where you're watching from, and if you're watching on the replay, put #replay. I'm also inviting you to go ahead and like this page and share this video. Share it if you know that you've got people in your network that could do with hearing this. And today we're talking about, if you are a frustrated or fed up or frazzled senior leader, then I know I've got something here that you're going to really, really love. So hi, as you're joining, please go ahead and say hi to me so I know who you're watching. I can see you watching, but I can't see who you are. So here's the thing. I love hi Kemi, thanks for joining. I love what John Maxwell says. He says that leadership is influence. Nothing more, nothing less. Leadership is influence. Nothing more, nothing less. So to me, that means that to lead is to influence. To lead is to influence. So the question that comes up out of that understanding is, so how are you getting on with influencing? How are you getting on with influencing? Can you see evidence in your public sector or third sector leadership role, in your senior leaderdom? Can you see evidence that you are an influencer of that realm, that place? Can you see it in the organization? Can you see your influence in the organizational results? What do you think? Can you see? Because here's the thing, that in my role as strategic ally to some of who I think are the most incredible, brilliant women in senior leadership positions in the third sector or the public sector, that's where I hang out. Oftentimes what I'm seeing, what I've experienced myself as that leader, is that it's not always as easy as that. That sometimes, even though you have the title and though the position and you have the authority on paper to influence change that matters, the reality is that we are seeing the same results over and over again, that things aren't really changing in the way that they need to, that things aren't really moving forward in the way that it's urgent they move forward. So the same people are getting sick, the same people are marginalized, the same people are disenfranchised, the same people are suffering injustices, the same people can't read or can't write or are dying or committing suicide or are mentally ill, right? The same results, more or less, are affecting the same people, more or less, year in, year out. So my question is, what's happening to all the influence? We've got these really brilliant people in position who care about the issues, are conscientious, and yet we can't see that reflected in the outcomes and the results of the third sector or the public sector. That, we have very marginal improvements and fluctuations in results, but more or less over decades, the results stay the same. And I can't help but worry and think about that. I can't help but be touched by that. I can't help but be frustrated with that. And I know that for many women in senior leadership, you're frustrated too. So the question that I'm asking you is, what's happening if you're the leader? What's happening with your influence? And what I see is that there are things that get in the way of us being able to really make the change, that we take these roles and climb these hierarchies and ladders in the career space in order to be able to affect. We really care about doing it, but there are some things that stand in the way. So what are they? Well, they're the politics, right? The politics, the strategic barriers that block us every which way we turn, right? There's the power struggles. You know that the power structures that we work in right now, women are still a minority in these realms. And oftentimes they're prolific breeding grounds, the power structures, the way that the things are set up politically in our organizations, that it's a prolific breeding ground for power struggles. So instead of really focusing on influencing change that matters, oftentimes what we are experiencing is that we're just tied up, caught up in ego struggles and pushbacks and power plays, game playing, where one-upmanship games. And I know if you're a woman in senior leadership, you know what I'm talking about. But oftentimes what's really getting in the way of the kind of change that you in your heart know is needed, you in your heart know needs to be changed, is that we're caught up. So hold on a minute, something's come up on my screen. We're caught up in political power struggles and pushbacks and power plays and game playing. And for me, this is a real challenge. Not only that, we've got these outside forces that are working against us to stop us from really making the difference that we know needs to be made, but from the inside too, we've got personal insecurities and questions about about whether we're the right person for the job, and all kinds of things going on the inside of us that together stand full front in front of us, fully powerful in front of us, stopping the influence being made. And I'm not talking from theory. I'm seeing time and time again in any charity or health service or prison service or judicial service in the public sector and the third sector. You just go and check it out for yourself. It's not even just in your realm. It's just the same, that we're just seeing. It's like this. Aren't you bored of the same results time and time again? I know that I am. And so I want to do something about it. I think if only we could just rise above, that women in these CEOs, directors, head of service, head of departments, head of regions, if we could just rise above all of that noise and politics and political power struggles and all this gameplay, if we could just rise above it and regroup, get our head together, get our vision clear, get our mission set, get our assignment ready, and see the kind of change that we want to see, and be the kind of change and be the influence of the kind of change that we want to see in the world, then our world can't help but change. Last night I was watching the news. I am on a bit of a soapbox today, but I am going somewhere, trust me. Yesterday I was watching the news last night, and there was a news story about a woman who was smuggling in some sort of cannabis oil into the country, and she got caught in customs, and it was confiscated. And I'm not sure, I don't think she was arrested, but she was basically smuggling in the oil because she wanted to give it to her son, who is a severe epileptic, who conventional treatments for epilepsy in this country are just not getting his symptoms under control. It's just not getting him handled. And so she's found this oil that's illegal in this country, but legal in Canada. So she went to Canada, got this oil, and she's back now, and they've confiscated it from her in customs. And she's basically standing militant. The television cameras are there. She's looking the camera dead in the eye and saying, "You're going to have to kill me. You're going to have to lock me up, but I will not stop until I get what my son needs to feel good, to have his life back, to stop being this ill, to get better, to heal." She said, "I will not stop." And last night I looked at this woman standing militant in the face of the authorities, saying, I am not satisfied with the absence of a cure or a treatment for my son, and I will not stop fighting until we find it. And I looked at her and I thought to myself, this is the kind of woman that we need leading in high-level leadership in the third sector and the public sector. This kind of militant, feminine mother with authority and a mission on her mind to see her charges well, see her children thrive, see the outcomes improve. This is what we need. This is who I think you are as a woman in senior leadership. This is who I know you are inside. That's why you're in that role. And what I think needs to happen is that we need to learn how to rise above all the systems and the politics and the politics and the isms and the schisms and the pushbacks. We need to rise above it, and we need to take our place because it's urgent now. The results that we're seeing on our streets, the violence, the death, the malady, the harm, the danger, the unsafeness of our communities, we need new results, and you're positioned to bring those, to influence those new results, because that's what it means to lead. And so throughout June, I know I'm going on a bit today, but I'm feeling this in my belly. And throughout June and through the whole of July, I'm going to be dedicating my videos on this Power to Influence series that I'm starting today. And it's going to be ideas, insights, stories, strategies, information, and just we're going to be getting to grips with what it takes to rise above all of that noise and power struggle and power and politics in our that's stopping us from being who we're in that position to be. We're going to get this handled. We're going to learn how to elevate and ascend to whole new realms of influence in this Power to Influence series. So I'll be going live every Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday and 1 o'clock London time, and I'm asking that you join me. Come and be with me. Come and let's learn together. Let's join forces and ascend together, so that we can be like that woman at the airport last night, the woman on the news, and get back to what this is. I remember a guy told me once, Dion, keep the main thing the main thing. Well, the main thing is that we're here in these positions to do a job, and we must find a way to rise above all the things that are blocking our ability to do that correctly. So I hope you'll join me. There'll be bonus videos too, and those will be just impromptu, just as I feel led. So if you don't want to miss any videos, you want to be alerted to when they go live, put hashtag reminder in the chat box here, and I will let you know when I'm going live. Especially I'll give you notice of the bonuses and so on. And also I will be opening up some spots, some Power to Influence intensive spots where you can come and spend half a day with me in central London, and we will work, we'll get laser focused on you and where you're at and what needs to happen in order for you to rise above the politics and the power struggles that you're facing, particularly specifically in your organization as a CEO and a director and the head of service. How you can rise up, we'll look at that. We'll spend an afternoon doing that. And if you're interested in knowing more about that, then just drop me an email at connect@dionjohnson.com and I'll gladly send you some more information around that. Yeah, so the new series starts today, The Power to Influence, and I'm really excited about sharing with you and joining forces with you to help you rise above the politics and the power struggles that you're facing in your third sector or public sector leadership role, and get back to the high level, credible, impactful, meaningful, effective leadership and influencing that you are there positioned, that you have the capacity to be, that you were born to be at such a time as this. I hope you hear my heart. Let's see if you've made any comments. Leadership is simply influence. Yeah, absolutely, Kemi. Yeah, taking you from point A to point B does not need the leader. However, influence comes from a leader. Yeah. Yeah, I'd love to know more about what you're saying there, Kemi. We need to be caught up. We need to be caught up, making a difference, not in the power struggles. Yeah, absolutely. And so that's what this series is really about. It's really about how to, like, to just rise above the power struggle, rise above the politics, and get back to what we're there to do, which is we're there to make things better for the people that we exist to serve. Keep the main thing the main thing. All right, I'm off. Thanks for joining me, Kemi. Really love that you come and join me on these lives. If you're watching on the replay, don't forget to put a hashtag replay in the box, and then I will join you, and we can talk in afterwards. I see you later. Bye.